I was going to begin this video with... Oh my goodness, I'm just going to keep going. I was going to begin this video with something else, and I promptly forgot because I had a lot to think about as of recent, as we see a Herald Fatalist run, and we're moving from left to right on the character screen. This is pretty much how we're doing it, but let me just make sure I'm doing Herald Fatalist, because otherwise I'm going to be very sad when I forget. I think we go down a row here, and as we do Fatalist, Herald, so for the sake of the timestamps, as we get into Herald Fatalist character exclusive Moriko, yeah, I had something I wanted to talk about and I completely forgot. But aside from that, also finding inspiration in other games in terms of things I may or may not want to do. Second mystery, second encounter, strength, knowledge, Takushi-san, and maybe a dexterity check? We're Moriko, so it kind of doesn't matter. We're either building perception or strength. You could go with something else if you want to. Moriko does have the leisure to do that, but I'm just going to keep using the old shotgun, and then we're going to move on. Get the rumor immediately about herself, and let's see mysteries really quickly. Akamanto and Ward. Whoa. I should just take Akamanto now. Yeah, I'm going to take Akamanto now. That way we can get the hospital pass. And I think we'll just keep moving. As I always want to do, I am going to talk about the game more than a little, but if I think of something I need to talk about as we grab Ryoko really quickly here, then I will. But for the moment, we should be fine. Our Doom is a little high, but we do have a shorter Ward, and if we have Ward, Scissors, and or Recluse, we should be perfectly fine, although we do have Ward. We also have a bunch of school. Village is near non-negligible because we still don't have a village-focused mystery, unless you count Festival. Yeah, you'd be correct to say that, but... And then High Seaside, because I couldn't find the high threat level for a moment. Also, so what I was trying to do, record 48 hours ago as well, was that I was also trying to record Monster Hunter 2, because if you don't know what that game is, it was, came out on the PlayStation for Japan and the West. Got remastered, basically was ported to a version called DX where you could play Monster Rancher 1 and 2, and then I was just getting that to work. I think I talked about this last video, but I was also trying to get it working today, but that's not going to happen, so instead here I am. I mean, I was always going to record a World of Horror video. Anyway, I'm currently in the middle of the Suddenly series, and if I can get my gosh dang custom events working, it would be great to do moving into a custom series. Otherwise, I will just go back to at least get inspiration from other custom events, but we'll see. And so as we nearly fight Akamanto here, am I prepared for this? I have Ryoko, I have the handcuffs, I think I have everything I need. I can Blessed Shell if I want to. I say blessed at times. I think I say blessed. If you hear me say blessed a lot more times than usual, it's usually just me trying to make sure that I'm enunciating things correctly while I'm recording. Otherwise, I think in normal life I pronounce blessed. But hey, American pronunciations. So as we take a bunch of stamina damage here, do I want to gamble? No. I can fire, but I don't think I'm going to be fast enough. We'll do it just to see. Nope. Would have been nice though, but no. Thankfully, I didn't take double stamina damage. I swear Akamanto has the double stamina damage bug, aside from the special attack as well, but just gonna please be safe about it. Which is why I chose to do that weird handcuff attempt, but because I knew I could survive on stamina anyway, it's fine. We'll take a mystery, and we do have Festival. Would have liked to take this fourth, but it's a mystery, so gotta take what I can get. Another great ally would be appreciated, like Iwa mainly, but we're just skipping time here. Looking for friends costs no doom, for those who don't know. So the fact that I'm in the middle, pretty much in the middle of my second mystery here, after about 1 or 2 investigations, and yet my doom is at 25% doom, is pretty good, in my opinion at least. But anything can change with a bunch of bad events going wrong, and then you just take like a bunch of damage, and then you cry. Let's just take the reason damage here for the moment, though. And considering we have Ward, we could opt to fight Ward as a whole. We do have character-specific perks, so if we don't get Deft Handling, maybe we get extra ammo, and then we can Bless Shell twice. Actually, can I even Bless Shell twice? I can, 50%, depending on power value. But I would like to Brace instead. Can I get an attack? I can. It's not great, but It'll have to do. I might lose 3-all still, but that's perfectly fine with me. Otherwise, this 80%. Okay, good. There's my risk for the video. Otherwise, as usual, if you're curious about other games I'm playing, I mean, I don't know why. I think really recently I've had a lot of people around me playing Stardew Valley again. Did an update come out for that game or something? I know there have been updates kind of recently for that game, I feel, unless I'm mixing it up with another game I'm thinking about. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people be playing Stardew Valley again. I don't know why. On top of the popular games that have already come out, and hype for the games that are going to come out in February. 2 main ones I can think of. One is Becoming a Pirate. I don't know how popular the game is actually going to be. I feel like it's going to be somewhat popular, though, because aside from that, right after, or I think around the same time, is when people are going to get wild with monsters. So, shrug! By the way, we're taking the board now. We could have Flood 4th or 5th. Hopefully that's not the case, but we're just hoping here. As for me, though, I'll stick with what I have because the resources are what I have. So, if nothing else, I'm just going to be doing game dev on this channel anyway. And when I get to, I mean, it's probably going to be something very small because I've just been going back. So, on that note, as we kind of, nothing really much is happening here, as the chair complains beneath the weight of my body, is that working on a 3rd character for the game I'm doing, and I think it's going to be a very bare-bones state where you can play as 3 characters. We're running away from this, by the way. A real bare-bones state where you just have 3 characters, maybe 2 different enemies, along with being able to fight other characters. I think a huge part of it is going to be AI, artificial AI enemies, and what I mean by that is that it has nothing to do with AI generation. Literally, one of the plugins for RPG Maker MV or MZ that has been popular is the ability to basically create battle AI in a more, how should I say, high-level form. High-level meaning simpler for a developer to understand without needing to program very much. I want to run from this too, by the way. 55% doom as we go into our 4th mystery. We're getting into a little bit of a danger zone, but it's fine for the moment. I don't remember my 2nd encounter, by the way, so that's going to present kind of an issue, but we'll stick with it for now. But as I said earlier, yeah, so basically, the enemies are going to be smart. They're not going to randomly do attacks in my game, and usually they don't. I usually set up some way that the moves come out based on requirements. Not that they're predictable, but based on requirement. For example, simple battle AI would be something along the lines of, hey, when I as the enemy am under 70% HP, I have a 50% chance to do a small healing spell. Something along those lines. That's the kind of battle AI that I normally implement, and then it gets it can get very, very, not complicated, but layered in terms of its complexity. When you add different states or variables to it, which you can do with certain plugins, you can also do on your own through the RPG Maker UI, as a dog barks and howls in the background, but no, normally, if you have a plugin, it makes it easier to organize. In my mind, it does. Now, that doesn't mean that bugs and stuff can't happen, but I'm trying to get that working. So yeah, it's a mix of doing the 3rd character and doing battle AI. And when you're making AI for a character, in this case, because the enemies of the game can be characters that you can play as, then you need to... I do try to stick with what the character can do, and not something that the character cannot do under the player's control, if that makes any sense. A very simple example is if a character can say cast a very specific healing spell, then the enemy version of that character will only be able to... will not cast something that is different from that. Like, they won't heal more, they won't heal less, they'll use the exact same spell against you. That being said, though, usually I give you fair warning in such a game if something like that's going to happen. Can I get on in one turn here with two attacks? What are the odds? They are great. I think these are 9 damage each, and if they're not, we're throwing a Ritual Mask. But thankfully they are. And we'll keep moving along. As for the 3rd character, I want them to be a stance character, a character that activates a skill on stance. And in an RPG Maker, well, especially with a specific plugin, especially one that I like to use, you can make a character do an action and not use up a turn, basically. So again, for those who have no knowledge of how the kind of turn-based battle system in RPG Maker can work, or usually works, is that when you do an action, that's the end of the action for the turn. You can manipulate that with actions activating in the battle just at your leisure or based on requirements. But normally you're having actions act only one, or you're only having one action happen at a time. Can I get out of this comfortably, by the way? I can do this, but what does this get me? I can fire. Do I want to fire a bullet? Not really. I'm also in Mermaids as my last mystery, so if we can save Doom here, that would be great. I think I'm actually going to do this. We'll take 2 stamina. Hopefully I hit this attack. I didn't. Because if I didn't, I'm just going to throw this empty bottle, and can we even gamble? No. We can do this, but 50% into 50% sounds terrible, so I'm going to throw the Ritual Mask instead. That looks a bit better, but it's not totally better. Well, I guess this could be the end of the video. I know I took an 80% earlier. Time for 70%. Time for a coin flip. Good. That was really dangerous, by the way. I should not have done that. But if another risky play happens, I will try to avoid it. By the way, we are in the middle of getting slapped around by high stamina damaging enemies. But what do you want me to do? I'm gonna make a call and say I'm not gonna run into any more enemies, so I'm gonna Bless Shell this, actually. That costs Doom, but I want experience as well. I'm shrugging because that's all I have to say for myself at the moment. Hopefully I don't run into anything else. We're on encounter lockout unless we run into a generic enemy. As I roll 12 on perception, but yeah. Still in lockout downtown, although failing events is not as great. And actually, well, I should grab the painkillers here, but because I don't remember my second encounter, I'm not going to do that. And all we did was just get penalized with a bunch of damage. I'd rather take the burns, funny enough, I think. Because I think with the fire, maybe with 2 fire shots, I can one-shot Takushi-san? Do I have Takushi-san? Why do I not remember this? Lost Bath, by the way. That was not good. Oh, it kind of was, because I threw my empty bottle, but that's kind of more a net negative. So yeah, I do have Takushi-san at the end. I don't have the 6th floor, I believe. I do have the 6th floor, never mind. And if I want to save on stamina, I need to increase my strength. The unfortunate part is I need to rest again, so I don't die to stamina anyway, but hey. And it's a little too late for the ammo stash, so guess we take strength and move on with our lives. So I think if Takushi-san smacks me twice, I'm dead here. But I guess we're gonna find out. So we did, I think, footage second? No, festival second. Yeah, festival second. I don't exactly remember who I fought second. I want to say it was Akamanto. Who would it have been? Is there a single hospital encounter? It wasn't you. I know I fought something because I ran away from double nurses. So it was nothing in ward, or it was not you, question mark. The Dream Eater I feel like was after as well, because I did that. I fought that in festival, correct? Was Akamanto really the only thing I fought? No, it can't be, right? I want to say it was Akamanto. Nope. Well, low stakes video. That's not an excuse, but now we have the issue of needing to one-shot Takushi-san. Otherwise, I think we die here. I think we can definitely brace once, but after that, you know, the real unfortunate thing is that we need to hit 3 reason, possibly. Yeah, I think we do. So what we're actually going to do is kick and then trade off 4 reason here. Hopefully we hit this kick. I don't know if this is actually less damage, but I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? 75%, but that's going to have to be that's going to be the best of what we have. I think we actually have to go for a dodge, don't we? Do we? Does Byoko get removed in the same turn? I guess we're about to find out, aren't we? Hold on. Before I do that, let's increase our odds with this. Hopefully this does a lot of damage. Nope. Always does 1. No! I don't think I have any other recourse, so we just have to go with this and hope for the best. That's the end, because that will kill me. But hey, without further ado, I'll see you later on!